I'm done with vids. No, I just, that was a one-off. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna do this boring, like, really easy to do build. So I might as well turn it into a guide thing, but it wasn't the plan. I could do... Okay. We're gonna do another one. So, a basic PvP opener. Safe, but also has potential. We're gonna do the 2-gate Stargate opener. Which, against someone who's not proxying or is trying to be economical themselves, is superior. So the reason I'm building my first pylon at the front on 14, the reason I'm doing that is because we're going to wall off. There are a couple different ways to do it, but the summary is, if you don't have a wall early, adepts will get in and they will wreck you and kill all your workers. And a probe scout should see that. I'm just going to scout off of the first gateway there. Chrono boost immediately after the gateway is built, 16 gate, and then you can look super pro if you do this. You just rally out the next 2 probes into the gas geysers, and they'll come out with right around enough minerals to make a gas geyser and make it look like you planned it. And there you go. And then the next probe can be rallied out. So pretty much you're looking at 16 gates, 17 assimilar, 18 assimilator, and then 19 second gate. And then the cyber core is on 20. I'm just going to chill that probe there. I'm going to put 2 in that gas. If I could steal his gas, I would. I noticed right there, he doesn't have a second. He just used his second chrono boost. He used it. I'm going to try to block this a little. Don't try. That's not important. Don't do that. That's way too try hard, and you're going to screw it up back at home. Let's be honest here. I do sometimes when I try that. But, so he's walled off. Now, it's not a hard wall. So what you do, I'll show you in a second what the setup here is looking like. I'm rallying into gas. I'm going to get 3 out of 3. But I'm going to be building 2 stalkers right off the bat. Because he has a wall. I'm not going to be able to build adepts and get past that wall. So 2 stalkers. And at this point, I don't really have to chrono boost these because he didn't have any chrono boost left over. I'm just going to go hide this probe in a corner because I'll use it to scout later. Then my next pylon is going to be on the low ground. So this is a dual purpose here on 27 before my next units. So building this pylon here means any adept shades trying to get in, I'll have a little bit of warning. I'm going to send the stalkers out. I'm going to build a Stargate. But this gives me a little warning. Where did that probe go? Oh, there's a probe with these. But I have a probe, and I hotkeyed on 2. So the adept shades try to come in. I build a shield battery. Well, if I had built my pylon in the right spot. But you can build a pylon there, and you can block and then cancel. So it's a temporary wall. It takes a little bit of... You got to be paying attention. Takes a bit of micro, but that's how you block adepts. This is a higher level build. Most builds work in the Gold League no matter what they are. But, okay, we see he is going for a shield battery right off the bat. He's already got a Nexus, and he's got Stalkers. So he's not going to have adepts, so I'm not worried about that.
I am the voice of the eclipse. Not enough. I am here in the shadows.
All right. So now I got to kind of decide, do I want to try an Oracle, or do I want to go Phoenixes? I'm going to go Phoenixes. Because this is safe against an Oracle, and Phoenixes are a momentum-based unit. So the Stargate finishing after I build the Nexus. I'm going to go ahead. The pylons I'm choosing now are like, where might I want to build a shield battery, stuff like that. Yep. Unfortunately, I was trying to send the probe in to get a scout. Thank you, Passion. I'm actually going to send this first Phoenix out. I got to be very careful not to lose it to multiple Phoenixes. And I'm railing down 16 workers. It's okay if you have over 16 workers on your base. You still get more income, but you'll see a lot of pro and then wannabe pro players like myself will start rallying down because it is a little cleaner. I'm getting in. See the scout. Okay, we'll trade. He didn't chase, so we see he's going Phoenixes. This is going to get a little weird. I don't know if that's real. And what I mean by that, well, we'll see in a second. It's not, it's a hallucination. So he went for sentries first. But I'm going to double down. At this point, we're in a Phoenix 4. I need to be continuing making probes, all of that. But we're in a Phoenix War, so it's an arms race, and we both kind of got to keep going Phoenixes. Another option would be, as soon as I saw that Phoenix on his side, stop making Phoenixes altogether, get like a Twilight Council, and start building a bunch of Stalkers to try to hit him, because you're going to lose probes then, but you're going to have a ground army before him, so you got to make that call. Like, if I lost my first Phoenix, I would probably do that, but I didn't, right? So now I'm just building more and more Phoenixes. That's what we're stuck doing for a little while yet. But I'm getting the probes out. I need more pylons. Gonna get the gas. I'm gonna do a little bit of a fancy move. So now we gotta think about, one, I want to figure out whether he's gonna continue going Phoenixes or not. Whether he's continuing or he's gonna switch tech. Like, if he went straight into DTs, I actually have no detection. It's kind of a judgment call. Usually it's more reliable to go Phoenixes. But if I have more Phoenixes, I simply win. So, like, he invested in 4 Phoenixes. I invested in more Phoenixes. So, I have a huge lead now. I have total map control because it's expensive. That's a lot of money. It's really risky to do what he just did. For the reason, well, you saw what happens if I was just continuing to build Phoenixes. So, he's building more gates, but he already lost all those units. Shield batteries don't help you against Phoenixes because the units can't get re-shielded while they're doing that. Pick these up. I can build a robo. I killed a lot of probes. He has almost no units on the ground. He went for a robo too, so pretty much if you're going Phoenixes, you should not do what he did. If you get behind, like hallucinated Phoenix off a sentry is a good option. But this build does require you to do a little bit of thinking. But now I'm way ahead because I see he's going for a ground army. If he moves out, I kill a bunch of probes. And the Phoenixes can lift key units out of the fight. Like, he doesn't have any Archons.
Understood.
It looks like he's moving across the map here, so I just build a couple more shield batteries. I'm actually bringing the Phoenixes back. Cancel all this. I don't need that, because I can... If I defend, I can just kill probes on the other side. More shield batteries. More shield batteries. That's not enough. You require... Construct additional shield batteries. And also pylons, because I'm supply line. But here's the thing, like, he might be winning this fight, but I can lift the Immortal. We can back up a little bit into my shield. Well, okay, let's be a little bit more dramatic here. And I'm out of energy, but it was a little sloppy. I got so supply blocked that I put myself in a rough position, but now I have more gates. I still have the Phoenixes, which will regain energy for the next fight. Okay, let's get out of there with that. We're gonna have an Immortal. Why are you out there, Stalker? Nobody knows. But one Immortal really changes the tune here. GG. You get air control, but okay, so there are a few different things. If you open Phoenixes and you're not able to get a scout into his base, like you don't know what tech he's opening with. I knew he was going for the expansion early on because I scouted with a Stalker. I need to get that info. So that means he can't be rushing Dark Templar or have like a big proxy gate all in. So that was important to get. If I didn't know that, like, if I'm not able to get the information he's going Phoenixes, I do need to build a robo, which means I do have to lean towards going for the ground army. But it could be DTs and I'll just die. Or it could be a big Stalker all in. And if you have 3 Phoenixes, and 3 Stalkers and he just has 8 Stalkers, well, it doesn't go very well. So, that build is safe because you can transition out of Stargate into a ground army. And still have an economic lead. At the same time, if he also goes Stargate, you're right there with him. But you got to decide, am I going to try to switch out, or am I going to go for air superiority? Air superiority is better if you can keep control of it. But it also requires you to do a little more micro. So it's a bit of stylistic choice, but that's the basic build to just not die and also have options to play a macro game.